This video was not in my content calendar, but a couple of videos ago, I said I wouldn't let a bad day or my bad mood ruin my schedule. So that's going to end up becoming content because today is one of those days. And nothing bad happened. I just haven't been sleeping well. And to be honest, I haven't been eating that well. I have a lot on my mind right now regarding work and personal matters, but nothing critical happened, for example, yesterday or a couple of days ago for today, for me to wake up and not want to show up. I do have to say that making content every day for YouTube, long form content, has been somewhat a source of stress, but I'm learning in the process. If I do Vlogmas again next year, I will know better than to do 24 videos, or I'll simply film in advance because I've been doing there's a 2-3 day delay, sometimes not even. So it's just a lot of content all the time. So I guess it's normal that, there are days when you wake up and you're like, oh, I really don't want to film today. I don't want to show up on stories. I don't want to be creative, or try to be creative. And there are a couple of reasons why I'm pushing myself to be here today. And one, if you're anything like me, losing a streak really messes with your head. That's how it goes. The moment I lose a streak, I don't want to do it anymore. To give you an example, I read a lot on my iPad using the regular books app, and it shows how many days consecutively you've been reading. And I was at 50 something, and then I forgot to read one day. I think we were traveling and I just forgot to read, and then that was enough for me not to read again for 2 months. I was just so demotivated. I was so upset with myself. So I knew that if I didn't show up here today, if I didn't make a video,
what, baby?
I would feel bad and it would ruin the rest of the projects, because Vlogmas is a project for me. I want to take it seriously. Don't do that. And I know that these videos, they don't need to be super well edited. I said it 1,000 times, this is much more a challenge for me than anything else. So it just didn't make sense for me to not make a video today just because I woke up feeling kind of eh. I am also someone who needs to be very careful with listening to my body, listening to my intuition, because I can go days listening to my body and to my intuition when it's really just either laziness. No, don't do that. Don't do that. No more. My cat. What was I saying? Yeah, so it can very easy become either laziness or just really I have these tendencies to depression, right? So it's very easy for me to just fall into that trap of I'm gonna be in bed for a couple of days, and then those 2 days become a week, and it's very hard for me to get myself out of that place. With all that said, I do believe in listening to your body and to your intuition. So I wanted to come here and not just talk about how terribly I'm feeling today, but give you some tips to not let a bad day ruin your progress, because that's what I'm doing. I think the first question to ask yourself is, what is my energy and my mental state right now, and how sustainable is this, is what I'm doing. For example, for me, Vlogmas, I know that it'll burn me out. So I'll keep doing it, of course, but I'll probably make some videos like the one I posted yesterday, just easier to make, more cinematic. They're still visually engaging, but it's not me all the time. It's just important for you to assess if you're physically and mentally capable of completing the task that is bringing you this overwhelm. Giving our best is very subjective, and I'm a believer that we give our best, the best that we have in the moment. This right here is what I have right now to give. Is it is my all. So that's what I'm doing, but I know that it's not the best that maybe tomorrow's Mayada will have. And then I think the second question that is really important is, what are the potential consequences of delaying or skipping this task or commitment? For example, for me, skipping a day of Vlogmas, it wouldn't probably affect my reach or my audience. I hadn't posted in a really long time, so YouTube is being really mean to me and not really showing my videos to anyone, but it would make me feel really bad with myself. So just consider what's in it for you. Can it wait? Should it really be done, and you're gonna feel better if you do it? And number 3 is, if you give yourself grace, how can you make it up for it tomorrow or as soon as possible? I was considering not making a video today, and I just thought to myself, okay, I'm still going to do 24 videos no matter what. So it's not that this would end on the 23rd like I'm planning. I would just go until the 24th. I started Vlogmas a day earlier because the 24th, Christmas Eve, is actually when I celebrate the most, more than the 25th. So the 24th is a pretty important important day for me. And I think that's what I wanted to get to. With taking a break from whatever it is help you in the long run. And I think you need to be very honest with yourself. For me, like I said, I know my weaknesses. I know that allowing myself sometimes to take a day off, not to do something, it's not giving myself grace. It's actually hurting me in the process. And there definitely is a fine line, but I'm learning a little bit more about myself. And I feel like creating content every day is definitely helping with that. And now that I've been recording for 10 minutes, I'm like, I feel good. I feel good doing this. I'm happy that I pushed myself because this is not like stressful. I don't feel like, oh, I hate to be doing this. I actually feel grateful for pushing myself and just getting it done. So I think the overall message of this video is don't let a bad day ruin your progress. If you're making progress and you're almost at the finish line, for me, this is almost halfway through Vlogmas. I cannot believe this is the 10th video of Vlogmas now on my YouTube channel. So, just 14 more to go, so almost halfway there, and that feels good. I've also talked about feeling like a quitter and people seeing me as a quitter in the past, and I think that's a huge part of why I want to push through and do this. And I might even record a second video today. And that's another lesson. Sometimes just doing the thing is actually going to energize you. If you're having a bad day, a bad moment, a bad hour, a bad week, you're not alone. We all do from time to time. I certainly do more often than I like to admit, but I definitely feel better and proud of myself when I get something done, even though it was not the easiest thing to do. If this is your first time here, please go and check out the Vlogmas playlist. There are a bunch of really fun videos, much more fun than this one, waiting for you. I hope you have a lovely day, a lovely week, and I will see you soon.